Hey guys, welcome back to Life Like Bunny. Welcome back to my channel. I am Bunny, the life that is of. Today I evidently have another video for you guys. Today's video basically is a question, if you've not read the title, that I want you guys to help me answer. It's basically just me venting about just something I've been thinking about recently. And first and foremost, if you're new to the channel, thank you for clicking onto my face. I really appreciate that. Consider subscribing. I make videos on Mondays. I make videos Tuesdays and Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays every single damn week. I took a break because I was making, my new album. I make music, because you didn't know, but old people know because you've been subscribed for a while. I make music. My new album called Don't Trust the Brain just recently came out, so I wasn't making videos because of that, because I was focusing on that. But that is out. If you want to know more about that, the link is down in the comment section below. But without further ado, back in the swing of things, I'm making videos, and today's video is, let me read out the question basically, and feel free to as the video goes along to comment down your thoughts, because it helps me out, helps me know what you think, and lets us discuss the topics, and that's the point of making it. Today's my question that I want to talk to you guys about is basically something I've observed is why society in general, like society, and I mean even me involved, but I don't do it very much, but why does society focus on bad kids instead of bad parents? Why is it like when somebody does something bad, they really it's almost like society tells them like it's them that is like bad, it's them that's like tainted, instead of the fact that like maybe something in your childhood happened and that's maybe why you're acting a certain way. And I've noticed this happen a lot in like TV shows and stuff, where like the character is like, I don't know, a murderer or a serial killer of something, but instead of focusing on the fact like maybe their parents beat them or some shitness or something, is and that's why maybe they're like murderers. No, it makes it that like, they killed somebody when they were like a 3-year-old baby, and from then on the parents was terrified of them, and it made the parent abusive or an alcoholic or something. And it's really strange to me. It's like this weird, like people being intrinsically bad, like children, instead of being like, hey, you've been parented wrong and that's perhaps affecting your behavior, because you don't like just come out fucked. We are sponges, we absorb what is surrounding us. Like obviously, like there's so many shows I've watched, like I've been saying, for example with what show was it? I watched Killing Eve, where it's about this, I don't know where she works for the CIA, but she's supposed to be like this Russian operative, and she's like a secret spy or whatever, and she kills people, and there's an obsession arc with this other lady who's supposed to solve her murder, solve the murders that she commits. And Google Killing Eve. I can't summarize it all in just one sitting, but it's a very, very good show. But in the show, we get like this backstory of her and her parents, and how it's explained as if it's like her mom is like, I had no chance with you. You were like almost like born fucked and shit like that. I was like, she's an actual serial killer who grew up like in deprived fucking Russia. It's not because you're intrinsically fucked. Maybe because your parents didn't provide enough for them. And that's not me saying like it's entirely the parents' fault, because it's their parents' fault. And then it's like generational trauma just gets, generationally goes up, from the grandparents to whoever now. But like, I feel like I wish we could focus on the fact that it's the parents that's fucked up. It's really hard to think it's just a problem child. What could I do with you? You were just like, and parents keep saying things like that. And as a child, if they say things like that with you, you feel like you're so fucked up, and you're like, there's no chance for me. If you think I'm this fucked up, well, I might as well act that way. And that's what that does. Instead of the parent looking back and reflecting, and it's like, what did I do that made my kid act in this way? Or what about the environment? Maybe they got bullied. Like, for example, if your child is fighting a lot at school, you need to figure out why are they fighting a lot at school. It's not because they love fighting or they love punching things. Fighting causes pain. You're gonna get beat back. Even if you're good, at some point somebody's gonna land a punch. So you need to investigate why. It could be because, like, for example, in single household, maybe one parent is missing and the child is taking out their anger like on other kids. It's not, even that's not true, let me backtrack. what I mean to say is like, if for example in a single parent household and the child is fighting at school, from experience, it could be because you're getting bullied, not because I was fighting at school, but kids bully you for not having quote unquote parents, or for your parents not being available, and that could cause you to be, you know, getting fights. But the single parent at home is out there like just beating the child's head or whatever, just being like, hey, you're fucked up, why are you fighting, why are you doing this, I'm struggling to do this with you. But you don't understand their perspective, you don't understand what's going on, you don't understand why they're doing it. They're literally perhaps getting bullied at school and just defending themselves, especially if somebody keeps getting into like fights again and again and again and again. It's obviously because they're not a fucked kid. It's because something is going on. Nobody wants to fight that much. They're not a boxer. They're a child. You know what I mean? It's because they're getting bullied and you're defending yourself from multiple people, not just one person. So investigate that. Don't just say they're just a fucked up, terrible child. You know what I mean? And this is like things that happen a lot, like especially if like the dad is got like a typical job and keeps go, not even the dad, just one parent is not around. It leads to a lot of fights because other kids bully you, because when you go into parents' evening and only your dad shows up without your mom, or your mom shows up with your dad, other kids ask questions, and it goes from asking questions to calling you names. Now you're punching somebody's face. You know what I mean? So do not just say the child is fucked up. It's consequences, it's reactions. The way you don't say the parents are fucked up, the way you blame the child, the way you think the parent is acting in a bad way. For example, parents that beat their kids. Like most people blame the child, saying the child triggered the parent because, oh, why don't you listen? You know what I mean? Like, oh, just do what you need to be done, or mom will come and beat you or something like that. And they blame the child because the child is not behaving right, because they are quote unquote problem child, therefore they deserve to be beat. So that's your justification. So what's their justification? Just problem because they're problem? Your problem because you're beating them, because what's your reason though? You're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you don't know how to deal with it. That's why you lash out and start beating them. That's the actual reason. So somebody needs to dig down why bad parents exist. Like I said, because they're overwhelmed, and help them not get overwhelmed instead of focusing on the bad child. You know what I mean? That's like the point of this video and what I'm trying to talk to you guys. So if you have any ideas or any perspective on this point, that on the points that I just said in this video, please let me know down in the comment section below, because I'd love to know. And if you grew up with this sort of situation where you got called a problem child, let me know down below how that made you feel. We can relate and kick it. And if you're a parent who has been called a bad parent, I'm really sorry, but like, you're the only one that can't get that time, and then you can work on it. You know what I mean? You can't just transfer it to the child and blame it, because that's just doing that. So I'm sorry about you being overwhelmed and you putting it on your child, but work on that if you're in that situation. And you can comment down in the comment section or watch my videos. They will distress you. Listen to my music. Sticky Bunny Weird on all platforms. With that being said, I think I'm done with today's video. Do not forget to comment all the things I've said in the comment section down below. I love you so much, my lovelies. Do not forget to eat pussy, suck dick, and everything down below. Share the video to whoever will find it useful. And what else are you supposed to do? Like it and subscribe if you've not, but you've watched the video all the way to this point. Yes, you're the sun that shines in my bushes.